Hey guys, if you've ever thought of enhancing your home and garden and landscape with outdoor lighting, then watch this free consultation video. This is the same free consultation video that we offer to all our clients who are looking for help with their DIY landscape lighting projects. We're going to show you what are the best lights to use and the best locations to get the best bang for your buck, as well as how to create the best effect possible with those lights. So to get your free consultation video, email me your pictures at cal@lightingdoctor.ca or go and visit us at lightingdoctor.ca, and be sure to check out our Try It Before You Buy It light, where you can actually get one premium grade fixture, and the King Innovation Insta-Light is a battery operated pack that allows you to go and test the lights out on your property before you make any big purchases. So hopefully you get some great ideas from this video, and again, to get your own free consultation video, email me your pictures at cal@lightingdoctor.ca or go visit us at lightingdoctor.ca and check out our Try It Before You Buy It light and see what's going to look great around your property. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you again after.
Hey David, thanks for your pictures, and I'll walk you through based on your ideas. I like them. I'll show you kind of what I would do. I think it's probably pretty similar to what you talked about, but I'll walk you through what I think would look good, and all the fixtures that I'm going to recommend. They're really high grade aluminum LED, warm kind of yellow 2700 Kelvin light color. So they're going to look good and they're going to last a long time, and they're easy to install because they are LED. They use a lot less power and so on. So what I would do is, yeah, I definitely agree that lighting the stonework on the garage would be a great idea on both sides. Just with some simple uplights would be plenty to do that. I'll leave something for you to kind of stew on a little bit, but if you wanted to illuminate the second tiers, you could mount some just subtle wash lights on here that would spread the light kind of along all the second tier here. The only tricky part obviously is you've got to get wire up there. Usually you would kind of run it up the drain pipe here and along the gutter and mount it, and this would be a little bit tricky one, but again, you could just kind of hide it along the siding. And then this one you might have to come from another angle, but that is an option if you wanted to do that. It would look amazing, but it is a little bit more work, so it just depends how far you want to go with this project. But if we started on this side, I would definitely start with these stone pillars on the garage. Because you're doing the stone pillars, I might not light this tree just because it is kind of right there. It just might be a little bit overkill to do this one on the left. But I would definitely get an uplight at the base of this tree, just shining up the trunk. That's also going to spread some nice light down on some of these shrubs down here. And then I would probably, for the walkway that's running in front of the house here, I would probably stagger or throw in 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 path lights. I think it would look good to light this tree, but I think that's something you would want to maybe think about after the fact, because if we're going to light these the stonework on the house, you might not want to do that one. You might just want to keep the light low here with some path lights. So maybe it's 4 or 5 path lights along the walkway here to illuminate that, and really just light up the ground cover, and then have your accent lights. The way I would do this with an uplight, because this step is here and you couldn't kind of go straight up without having to move it back a little bit, and the problem with that is then, you know, coming out of the house you might get some glare right in your eyeballs. So I would probably try and place it a little bit more to the side and have it angle up the stonework and try and get it right to the peak. And you could easily do that with the which is a standard 36-degree uplight, and then you've got some light right up in the peak. And then you'd kind of mentioned there's some these smaller trees, looks like on both corners of the house here. This might be something I would do. Typically I would try and put an uplight, 4 uplights here, but because we're doing this, what I would do is I would try and light these trees a little bit further back and try and kind of shine the light up the sides here. That way you got a good balance of light on the house on both sides there, and then going up the middle. You've got this tree highlighted, you've got the pathway lit, and then this tree over here, I would throw another accent light at the base and up the trunk and highlight that area for sure. So that's kind of how I would do that. Let me know what you think of those thoughts. And then Again, I don't know if I would put too many path lights here, because I think if you put an uplight on here, you're going to get some nice light that's going to cascade down on that a little bit already. So, and same thing, I mean, you could possibly put a light up here too, and that would shine some light down here, and then maybe just path lights in the middle. That's something you really want to play with at light at night, just because if you're going to light these, you don't want this light to be wasted, and it might be good to have some lower light here and then higher light on the house. And then the last area that you had talked about doing would be this grass area, and this is where I would probably use a couple wash lights. You don't need very bright ones, but I would, probably put 1, 2, and then maybe 3 around the other side would do a really nice job of lighting that up. So I'll put all those lights together with some links in a package for you, what I think it would take, and let me know what you think of those ideas, and we can kind of play with that. All right, thanks, David.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching that video. I hope you guys got some great ideas for your own do-it-yourself landscape lighting projects. If you want your own free consultation video, like I said before, email me your pictures at cal@lightingdoctor.ca, or go and visit us at lightingdoctor.ca, and be sure to check out our Try It Before You Buy It light, again, where you can get 1 premium grade fixture and a King Innovation Instalight battery operated demo kit that you can go and test those lights out on your property before you make any big purchases. So I hope to see you guys again soon, and again, go get your free consultations by emailing your pictures, or visit us at lightingdoctor.ca.
Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here, going to shoot this really quick video how to easily install low voltage landscape lighting. So the first step is to start with our lights. I strongly recommend going with LED, and what we do to help keep the cost down is we buy good quality halogen fixtures and simply replace them with drop-in LED bulbs. And if you have a existing landscape lighting system, you can do this with most of your halogen systems too. It's as easy as popping the top and replacing your halogen bulbs with LED. And the same with our path lights. Find a simple bi-pin T3 LED light and replacing the existing halogen bulb with an LED will give you 30,000 plus hours of life out of that light. So highly recommend you go with LED. Once we've got our light selected, it's as easy as digging a small hole to place our light, and I like to use a rubber mallet to help pound in that ground stake and get it nice and stable, so that I can easily screw my light in and make sure everything's level and get everything nice and secure. And then lastly, I lay out my wire, and I always like to leave a little loop at every fixture in case we need to move anything down the road. Next step is wiring our connections. We recommend 2 types of wire connectors. The first is a snap lock waterproof connector, is gelled filled and keeps the wires from pulling apart. And the second is a DBRY connection, which comes in 2 parts. One has a simple moret that keeps the wires together, and the second part of that is just a gel filled tube that gives it its watertight properties. You simply push the moret all the way into the tip of the gel filled tube and then snap it down tight on the wires. It gives it water seal and keeps them from pulling apart. Next, selecting your transformer. Usually recommend finding something with a photocell that has a small timer on it. You can easily plug into any GFCI receptacle. In this case, we have an on-off function as well as auto that's going to run with nighttime and daylight. Most transformers will have 2 taps on them, one for a common wire and one 12-volt tap. So securely fasten your wires into that, and then mount your transformer. I generally recommend trying to mount it on a 4x4 stake or 4x6 stake, something that's easy to mount and easy to move. Take your plug and plug it into your GFCI receptacle, turn it on, and go around and just make sure all your lights work. Before you bury anything, I would strongly recommend making sure your lights work. Burying the wire is simple. In the grass, just create a small trench that you can easily push the wire down anywhere from 6 to 8 inches deep, and then easily just press that trench tight, and within a couple days you won't even know you were there. And if you're in the mulch, simply just pull the mulch back, dig a small trench, lay the wire down and bury it, and you're set to go. So hopefully that helped you quickly learn how to install low voltage landscape lighting. Please email us or follow us if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Just want to explain a little bit about the transformers. So basically the brains of your system. After you've placed your lights and you know what kind of lights you're going to use, the next step is determining what size transformer you're going to use. So a real simple way to do this, and if you're using a good quality light, when you buy it, it'll usually tell you how many watts that fixture is actually going to produce. If not, it'll usually tell you, if you actually look on the bulb, it'll tell you if it's 4.5 watts, 5.5 watts. Typically for LED, that's about as big as you're going to get, but on the box it should say how many watts if you're buying a good quality fixture. So, you know, on this project we've got 10 lights. Each of these lights uses approximately 4.5 watts. So 10 times 4.5 is 45 watts. So we want to size our transformer just slightly bigger than that. The better quality light that you have, the less you got to oversize your transformer. If you're using a really cheap light or a low quality light, you probably want to give yourself a little bit more room, because the light's going to actually use more power than that might actually say. With a good quality fixture, you're pretty safe if you just oversize it a little bit. So we're going to use a 60 watt transformer here from Kichler, which is really simple to use. It's got a small timer on it as well as a photo cell, and you can see we basically just mounted it to the side of the house here with a couple screws. And once we get all our wire laid out, we're going to wire those into here. And then something we've done to kind of take it to the next level and make this Wi-Fi is we've added something called it's from Weon. It's a outdoor Wi-Fi timer switch that we use with a lot of our transformers, as well as you can use it with Christmas lights or whatever. And how we use this is basically we just plug this into our GFCI receptacle, and then we plug our transformer directly into that. And then from there, now we can run all our lights from a simple mobile app from Weon. And we do this a lot of the time. It just gives us that flexibility, and it's a cool way to add Wi-Fi to your system.